This poem I wrote after the hardest year and a half of my life and coming out of it. And if you're in that space right now, this is for you. I love you so much. Of course you're in that space right now. The world is happening. And thank you for coming to community and poetry spaces and being around love. Yeah. Once you considered marrying a stranger just to change your name. Once you woke up disappointed that the sun rose, that you rose. Once you held a map and considered every way you could fall off of it, thought of one pill could almost fix it. Certainly 20 would. Once you asked someone to hide the bottle, and once you didn't, once it rained on your rain. It was then everyone seemed to leave you, especially you. The steering wheel so jerkable. Once you began imagining your funeral and counting the empty seats, there are so many ways to die. Most of them you can do while living. Once you heard that shame was the closest thing to death. Once you said you in a poem because you were too ashamed to say I have wished to give my life back to my mother in a long, dark box. My father looks at my arms and tells me that in some Jewish cemeteries, the graves do not open their mouths for the tattooed or the ones who took their own lives. Now I can promise, if I am not buried in a Jewish cemetery, it will be because of my tattoos. The first time I considered killing myself was when I believed the worst of me was the all of me. The worst of you is never the all of you. You are awful, yes, and wonderful. You have been wretched and you have been beautiful. I know how difficult it is to be kind when I am hating myself, and I intend to be kind and honest and whole, holy thorned beauty. Holy cactus filled with magic, holy hurt and herder, holy bitch, holier than thou when I most feel like shit. The thing that has held me back the most from being amazing is the belief that I am not. On the anniversary of the night I considered this earth would be best with me buried beneath it, someone asked me to write a love letter to myself. And I wrote, I relinquish you from the possibility of ever meeting who you could have been and regretting who you became. You could decide today that your body is perfect, and that could be the story you told for the rest of your life, and you would be so right. What peace can we make in this world if we can't first make peace with ourselves? Every hero you have ever had has been someone's worst nightmare, I promise. So that explains your fascination with stacking dolls. Inside you is another, and finally, one unbreakable being, your life, which has already saved itself. Remember the time you moved across the country for love in 2 days when it was supposed to take 4. That's how much love fuels you. Amazing drive through the night for love. No sleep till love. Now imagine it is yourself you are driving towards. Call that your new home. Come home, go home, be home. Thank you.